I always like to have the stream on my TV so I can kind of keep watch on the chat.
Hey guys.
Yeah. Oh,
There it is.
there
Good
he
morning,
is.
morning.
Good morning, Mr. Egg.
All right. I'm glad you're doing this, Sano. That's cool.
I'm the egg, he's PDS.
Perfect. That's exactly how you do it. I'm getting everything loaded up.
All right, I think the stream just went live here. I'm just
Perfect.
getting it loaded on my TV.
Let me get the dual room ID from Hazy. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Great. We'll have a good stream. I gotta see it. It's Sun Clan versus X Factor. That's it.
It should be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
See here, we must be on Hezzy's personal channel.
Oh, we're on his personal. Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm looking right now.
All right, I'm in the room. Y'all just tell me when we're rolling.
He says we're live.
Oh, we're live. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
You go introduce.
They just got into the first game here, so.
It looks like Yami versus Seto. Peak performance. So, Black Wings most likely.
Against probably E-Sabers.
Yeah, 23 guard. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, Sano.
Good morning, Egg. It's early for us Central U.S. time, folks.
Yeah, morning for us.
But welcome to everybody in chat. I'll get chat loaded up here on my TV here in a minute, so I can interact, or so we can interact with you guys. But I'm excited for this match, Egg. Sun Clan, Team Wars veteran versus X Factors, one of the new teams in the league this season.
Yeah, for sure. They're the Sun Clan boys have been around. We actually as APK, you know this because you were in the lineup, faced them in week 2 of season 2. Sun Clan, and they've had guys like Osser, Hegelian Boy, Dennis for so long. They also had older players, Nog, and probably about 2 or 3 others that don't play the game anymore who were just absolute clappers. And I believe they won season 4 or 3 or 4, one or the other. Yeah.
Yes, and then that game that you're talking about where we played, I know you have a personal attachment to that game. I believe that was your first game.
It was my first Team Wars game. That's exactly right. My first Team Wars game. That felt good. And yeah, this is just it's an institution, Team Wars. You know, man, just what it is.
Especially to us, like me and you in particular, like we actually are not just Team Wars old timers, but we're like the old timers of this community.
Yeah, I get some ribbing on, particularly from Monkey Boy, about my age, but nonetheless, Sanu is also not the young spring chicken that once we were.
I'm not as ancient as the egg, but
True.
I'm actually closer than I'd like to admit. I'm within 4 years of the egg, so.
Looks like Alistair just came in. Alistair comes out. The Malayu has very easy time dealing with the one tuner from the Black Wing. There was no whirlwind search in the first place. Just not. Yeah, even though there was no palace, water was in hand. Lots of options here. I
mean,
Gale, you know,
Black Wings really wanted close right there, but that is most likely not a Blackbird close.
Yeah,
in
he would
that.
have used it for sure. Yeah, man. Yeah, there it is. All right, so you're gonna go fire over the Gale 400 after a boost with 3 cards on field. It's gonna be lethal with just Purg, honestly.
Like even if he cosmic cyclones the way that
Prismatic
invocation.
Cyclone. Yeah, you got it. Sanu called it. So, bye-bye Invocation. Cosmic Cyclone. Perk's going to come out, but even unboosted Perk plus Malayu Direct, other than Sphere Karibo, which I don't think you can run in Cyclone Close Blackwing. This is game.
He has another. Oh my
Oh,
Jesus!
goodness gracious. All right. It's Super Game with Concentrating Current from the hand. Wow.
So Rio from Sun Clan takes down the first game. Sun Clan is up 1-0.
Yep.
So far, I took a peek at the division standings before
Oh yeah.
this game started. Both Sun Clan and X Factors are 1-2 right now.
1 and 2. Okay, so this is an important match then. Yeah.
Well, rough start to the season for both teams. They're not only looking to get back to 500, but they need to start getting their RD back into the positives
They do. They do.
for tiebreakers.
They do absolutely. There's a big match. Neo Hawkeye, hey man. I don't know if I streamed last night, but I actually tried to commentate with a new streamer. I'd call him L, and he because his name's longer. He's Singapore. He was from Singapore, and I tried to commentate with him, but we couldn't get it worked out. So Sano was kind enough to invite me to this stream, which is being casted by Hazy, and Sanu is our main commentator, and honestly, probably the player of the week this week so far.
I don't. Didn't you see Luke go like 9
Oh
and 2
yeah.
yesterday?
No, I guess Luke. Yeah, you're right.
There was another player in a match like
Oh, I know, but that one
going
had
on the same time as us, I believe, that got 6 wins. So,
but someone who had 6 wins had a DC loss, a time limit loss, and total misplay on the other side that they should have lost. So you should be at least on that graphic image, the list or whatever. You should at least be on
I'll
that.
leave that up to the people who vote on that.
Yeah, I think that's the commissioner.
We got the W. That's all I care about.
And we got a nice W yesterday. Honestly, it was a really good war for anyone who's interested. Garuda was a little upset with themselves on some misplays, and I guess they're right because I went and rewatched it, and they have some misplays. But they played a really good war, had a really good lineup.
Typhoon.
What?
Some back row. I mean,
target one faces if your opponent controls
because of the limit threes. I mean, there's not a lot of back row hate options for element sabers, but that is an option.
I actually really like this option because you almost always are going to have an open slot. Dark Magician will almost always have 2 or more spell cards.
A lot of E-Sabers have been opting for the Unending Nightmare just because it helps get them their destiny draw.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, and I believe Typhoon is only face-up cards, right?
Typhoon is only face-up, so really it's kind of the counter to Dark Magician. That's kind of what it is. Like Dark Magician, Whirlwind. I guess it helps in the Palace. For Palace in the mirror, and I guess Chain too. It's actually a really good idea.
And I suppose you can. It's always live, just as long as there's a spell card. Because I mean, Unending, obviously, you need life points to use it.
It is essentially Cosmic Cyclone to a face-up in most matchups. Yeah. Interesting.
Well, it doesn't banish.
It does destroy. Yeah, never mind. It's not a Cosmic Cyclone. It's a mystical space typhoon. That's what it really is.
It's just a typhoon egg.
All right, we see Illusion Magician come out off of the navigation in the end phase. There is no banishment. That Floodgate's going to take care of that Illusion Magician. Additionally, Malehu is going to knock the other Dark Magician down, so he will have no negates. He'll have no negates. So this means that the card in hand is a back row card. Interesting. If he flips this up, though, he can still negate the Floodgate. So he'll have to use this effect to flip if he flips this. This being the Dark Magician, I mean. So I have to use Malehu effect if he wants to deal with that. Flipping the Illusion Magician wouldn't make much sense because, of course, the Malehu will be at 25.
He can't flip them. He can't flip it. It's floodgated.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right, Sano. Yeah, that's floodgated. So he really just needs Malehu effect here to liven up the back row. See, but if he does that, one thing he falls victim to is a normal summon Dark Magician, which is exactly what just happened. Normal summon Dark Magician over the Illusion Magic and the Rod, meaning there's no way this single back row can do anything but be negated. The Malehu will flip down one of these two Dark Magicians. The other one will kill the Malehu.
I mean, maybe. I mean, he could take both of these attacks, but leaving both Dark Magicians face up is probably not the best idea.
Yeah. There's nothing he could have done on that normal summon Dark Magician. That was it. That was it. Nothing could be done. Excuse me. Hey Sanu, I'm curious about something. I'm gonna click on the grave and look. Is Typhoon activatable from hand on the opponent's turn?
I mean, it says if your opponent controls 2 or more spell trap cards and you control no spell trap cards, you can activate it from your hand. So as long as the activation requirement is there.
So it's like it's like a mystical space typhoon from hand that avoids being cycloned. That's crazy. That's actually a good idea. Oh my gosh, Alistair off the top.
He still has, I mean, unless he has 2 invocations, though, there's.
Oh, valid,
excuse me, still that pesky negate just chilling in that graveyard.
Yeah, this is he's gonna go for it because he don't have other options. But
I mean, unless there could be another back row like a Canadia or something that forces him to act, or the 2 invocations is what he's gonna need here.
Yeah,
because that invocation, I mean, as you guys saw, just got straight negated.
Yeah. All right, so he needs another invoke set or in hand. It could be in hand though.
Set.
Oh, it was set. There it is. Here he comes, the Pergalicious. Hasn't looked like that back row's been proccing either, so back row might be a dead Navi because he had to normal summon the Dark Magician too, so he probably doesn't have anything for the Navi. This is going to be boom bang. Changes it to Divine. Yeah. He's a Team Wars fan.
Yes, Egg, that's what that was all about.
Alistair comes out, it's going to be like 22 and then just death. All right. So it was a dead Navi. He wound up having to go through that. Normal summon. That top deck Alistair won the game for the Elemental Saber.
Very, very strong start for Sun Clan here. I mean, at the beginning of a match, you're always just hoping your starter wins 2 games.
Yeah.
Getting that counter pick on your side.
Yes, indeed. So let's see. Was that a repeat Baby Man used? What was his first deck? Sorry.
Black Wings and Dark Magician was his combo.
Man, I would not expect E-Sabers to be able to pull that off. Wow. All right. Okay.
I mean, Sabres have had some stronger showings as of late than they did the first couple weeks.
For sure. You know that Typhoon is what won it for him, because if he had wound up having 2 banishments, that game was over. He would have banished the second invoke and he would have had a negate. the game would have been over. That Typhoon won it for him. Wow.
That Typhoon did help quite a bit.
Yeah. That's a very interesting tech. I gotta be honest. I think I might like Unending better. Yeah.
People in chat don't know this, but now that Egg has seen something interesting, it's all we'll be talking about in the APK server testing for the week.
I like interesting things. All right. What do we? Let's see. It's
Thank God it's not shining, or we never hear the end of it.
It's not what?
It's not shiny. If it's something shiny.
Oh yeah. I still want to play Senju's.
Of course, Egg wants to play the Stolly deck that folks.
All right. Okay, what are we doing? We need. So they have to bring in DM. They have to.
Or whatever they feel is their counter to E-Sabers.
Yeah. I mean, this early, I would. Why did Ryu leave the room?
Oh, he just left the table for a second.
Oh. This early, I'd say you send in the front end DM. I don't, it depends on what's in the back, but you have to account for the fact that you might have to repeat to avoid going down 4-0. So you gotta send the front side of DM probably.
If that's what they feel their best counter is, that's exactly what they need to do. I mean, Japanese teams, they might have some spice.
Yeah,
so.
they do. They do have spice. And I'm just wondering how many it's because they opened DM right in the backside of the opener. So I'm wondering, did they bring 3 DM so they can have 2 counter pick? Because this is an opening saber. The chances of having a second saber for X Factors are very high. So this is very
Sun Clan opened up sabers, not X Factors.
I apologize. The chances of Sun Clan having a second sabers is very high, and so. You know what I would think about here would be Shiranui. If you have it.
It depends on, I mean, everything depends on text. I cannot read that name. It's somebody from X Factors joined the table.
All right, this is SOW. This is SOW. Someone from X Factors joined the table.
It is a Zane Truesdale, so more than likely a Cyber Dragons.
Okay. All right.
I mean, Cyber Dragons really want to go first in this matchup, and it looks like they're going second. But if they draw a good enough hand, I mean, I just judging from how the E-Sabers played this, I would assume there's either some kind of protection or an E-Saber monster in the hand.
Has to be, right? Has to be.
Or maybe he just didn't want to set any back row to get Cosmic'd away.
If he is going to come down off the core, Summon Core is going to search what he doesn't have, whether it be the fusion or the trap. We'll see.
Grabs Overflow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he has enough Malehu effects, he can kind of cuck the trap a little bit.
Oof, no Malehu effect.
But that was very quick. I'm not sure the Malehu is live.
Yeah. Which means he could have searched the fusion, gone into the fusion and won. Possibly. I'm just throwing that out there.
It would have been pretty ballsy, though, with 3 cards in hand.
Oh, super ballsy.
But, I mean, he can obviously see the delays while we can't.
Right.
Show us the delays. I wish there was something where we could see who it was on.
Yeah, at least like a little like a thing next to their head with the little hourglass would be cool in the spectator mode. All right, this came from his opening hand, and this was the new set. So opening hand, middle, new set, closest the extra deck. So
he was just playing around Cosmic Cyclone then.
Yeah, he must have a saber in hand. if he's holding 2 and he's no longer playing around Cyclone, he was playing around Cyclone because he had 1 set. That must be what was the case. All right, so he's gonna have to flip down one of these 2. Otherwise, he loses both back row, I assume, or back row and the Malou.
No flip. Oh boy, this.
Yikes. That's game.
E-Sabers needs that sweet Spherabola, or this game's over.
Yeah, you're right. The Ebola would be good. This is where Typhoon and Twister. We have now seen Typhoon and Twister come out from the. This E-Saber was built to beat Dark Magician.
If that was a wild tornado.
Ooh, wild tornado. Good one.
That would have been the spice.
I actually love the wild tornado idea, Sanu.
Don't be telling people that.
Hold on, I'm going to the Discord real quick.
I'm just giving you shit, Egg.
No, I know. It's actually, I mean, wild tornado it does face ups, but not the field spell, correct? It's in the spell or trap zone. It doesn't do field spell, I think, right? If you activate it, I mean, if you were to activate it. I can't remember.
E-Sabers with Storm incoming, question mark?
I mean, so far we've seen Typhoon, Twister. You might as well have a wild tornado and a storm, and then you got all the meteorological things.
So now we have a Sealed Tomb deck coming in for Rio here.
Okay, so there was there's no repeat. Or no, the E-Saber, of course, won. So now Sealed Tomb. So either Heroes or Dark Magish, I guess?
Most likely. I mean, Ritual Beasts do play Sealed Tombs. But I'm seeing 21 cards.
21.
That normally signals Heroes, and that Bears definitely signals Heroes.
Unless it's a very odd Dark Magician deck, yes, I agree. Starts out pretty well with Ferris Stratos, Vion in the grave. Hopefully he's running 2 Vion and not like a Tretch or something.
It looks like he's gonna set up the wall here, though.
Yep, that's exactly what's happening. And here
this
comes
man voted for Trump, confirmed.
The wall. Somehow Joe Biden got brought up yesterday in a stream too. I was like, wow. All right, so he's got.
They gotta start paying us to like.
Yeah, where's the Team Wars reimbursement for all these campaigns? You know. All right, so we got he's got Poly and Stratos in hand. He could, of course, have Mask or something else. He wouldn't have played it. He wouldn't have set it in against Cyber Dragon. And
so, I mean, his life points are safe this turn unless that big bad Cyber End Dragon comes out.
Yeah, and he's got Pierce, right?
He does have Pierce.
Ugh. Yeah, that would be bad.
But he would still need Concentrating Current for game. Which crazier things have happened. We all know how Cyber Dragons rolls. Looks like Rampage is going to set the graveyard up, though.
It's graveyard set. So now he's good if he has another fusion or all kinds of things.
Or he has the Malicious in the graveyard and he has the Stratos in hand. So correct, he can go for some of the back row, and a Cosmic Cyclone would definitely be ideal because Overflow. He has 2 pops for the Overflow.
And he can dodge. Can he dodge a pop with Mass Change, or is the pop afterwards?
No, it doesn't target. So
it doesn't target then. Okay. So
you can use Mass Change, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, he just lose the Mass Change. There's the Cyclone. He's looking for that Overflow. Prismatic Drowning Mirror Force. What the? Wait, why not float your Mally first? Oh, because he's adding a hero to hand. Okay.
I mean, if he overflowed him egg, he wouldn't get any pops because the malicious would get destroyed before the. Did he just? Oh, he didn't have the malicious engraved to begin with. We were jumping the gun a little bit.
He said Celestial. Okay. All right. So he has to go for Celestial Draw, actually. He's going Adoration here, and he'll have the Celestial Draw. So he's going for the Mask Celestial Draw. But Overflow still have 2 pops, right?
He does.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't search Overflow, but I mean, if they don't search Overflow, they generally have it, and here it is.
And that'll probably do. The Celestial Draw can still occur, but it's just nothing.
I mean,
No.
the bad part about this Celestial Draw is he doesn't have a malicious to float.
Didn't he have Sealed Tombs?
He did.
Then why?
That was a pretty big misplay then. He could have, after that Cosmic Cyclone, he wouldn't have been able to Celestial Draw, but he could have gotten over that Rampage Dragon.
Yeah, you need a Sealed Tombs there because you have Adoration. I would Sealed Tombs before the Poly. What? I would have actually Sealed Tombs before the Hero Search. That was interesting. I don't understand what happened there. Unless he's running, even if he was running No Mortal, could he have procced it or no? I mean, I don't think he was running No Mortal. It had to be Sealed Tombs, but he had it.
I mean, he would have stopped his own Celestial Draw, but he still would have been able to clear the Rampage Dragon, which would have definitely let him live. And he would have been able to do some damage.
Yeah. I'm confused. I'm going to look at chat.
They're asking why he didn't.
Okay, all right. They're saying the same thing. Yasser says, bruh.
Oh, Kanada's right. It was game. I forgot about Adoration. It was game.
Yeah. Yeah, it was game because Adoration had the minus 1800. Yeah, no, it was game.
It's easier to see it when you're actually like behind the steering wheel, but when you're just commentating, you're trying to look at everything.
Well,
yeah,
I'm curious.
That was game.
Yasser, what you said, bro? What happened? I mean, going for Celestial.
Yasser wanted. I mean, Yasser sees the game too,
so.
All
right. Yeah, he saw it. Okay. All right. So that was a little bit of a misplay right there.
But yeah, I mean, those are games where you have won. Sometimes those are tough pills to swallow later on.
Yeah. Interesting. Oh, that's a tough one. All right. So X Factor's SOW will stay on the field with his Sidra deck after knocking Ryo out. And now SunClan has 8 decks by which to choose a Sidra counter. I'm curious to see what comes in here.
I mean, usually Sidra, there's no like pure counter, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, there are cards that are good against it, I would say. Usually Cyber Dragon's biggest enemy is itself. It's kind of like Blue Eyes.
I agree.
That and Sphere Karibo.
He both the enemy. It is, though. It really is.
But I mean, yeah, like Cyber Dragons, they go first. They draw their combo. I mean, if you don't hit the trap, you're kind of screwed.
Oh, yeah. Hazy with the wise words of wisdom. Don't trust anyone, even yourself. That's correct. That is a correct statement.
That is true. I mean, like Tenma's been saying it himself every day. He has all these gems, and we all like me and Egg knows what happened the last time Tenma had. It's more than 5,000 gems.
Giving Tenma gems is dangerous.
So, I mean, this is a big counter pick right here, like Egg was saying, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're taking this much time because of the degree by which this is important. I think it's a highly relevant counter pick. You are now in a 2-2 setting, and the only advantage SunClan now has from Ryu's 2-0 to start this war is the fact that they get the counter pick. Well, if Sidra breaks that counter pick, it flips the war to X Factors having counter pick advantage. This is a big, big decision. And almost unequivocally would lead, in my opinion, to a repeat as well if the Sidra deck takes out whatever this counter pick is, because I highly doubt that there are two decks in a combination that are both good against Sidra. Could be wrong, I guess, but I don't think.
I would say if SunClan has a Crystron,
Yeah.
that's one of the best. That's one of the best decks to deal with it for sure.
Yeah, I
mean,
like
Sidra,
heavy
Sidra
starter.
can sack it, like especially if it goes first.
Sure, yeah. Or I've seen many times here if the Sidra has Herald to open. It's very bad for the Crystals.
Oh, Herald of the Abyss! It's gotten so good.
Yeah, it really is solid, and it procs the skill, of course, especially if you have a Cyclone as well. Pretty good. Ooh, this timer's got to be running though. This has been some time here.
It feels like it's been more than 3 minutes.
All right.
Obviously, I'm not holding the watch, but
nah, Hazy got that. Hazy said Splashy is in the stream. Welcome, Splashy.
Ooh, Hegelian boy hits the table egg.
Heg? Yeah, okay, all right, good. Heg, you know, you remember how I said Shira? This could be Shira. It might be Crystron's, but I think Heg plays Shira, so let's see.
It is a Yusei Fudo. So it could easily be level augmentation. And it is 20 cards, so I think your Shiranui prediction is probably correct.
Yeah, we talked about it before. I think they want to save their Crystron's. Hey, we'll see. We'll see what it is. I think this.
And you remember how we were talking Cyber Dragon's worst enemy is itself sometimes?
And there it is. Nothing to do but die for Sidra right here if the Shiranui has the OTK play. Usually that OTK is due to like having a display plus the level 3.
Well, they can't play the Gold Sark anymore, Egg.
Oh, that's right. So if they can't play Gold Sark, this would have to be level. No.
I mean, he could, if he has the level 4 in hand, he could deal 35, but that might not be the greatest thing either. And if you remember correctly, there was the Drowning Mirror Force that had been shown.
Oh yeah, the
from the Cyber Dragon.
Heg might be best served just going in with the Shira Squire, having double protection if he has a Ballista, for example, but the Ballista could be cycloned off. He has to have triple set to go in like this. He has to have triple set because he has to play around a Cyclone. Otherwise, he's proccing everything, and the trap just takes care of him, and it's over.
Well, there's a lot of things to play around. The Drowning Mirror Force, the Cosmic Cyclone, like Egg mentioned. This is what Hegelian Boy does here is a big decision.
Yeah. If he has triple set, he needs to do that. That's for sure. But other than that, this decision's tough. It's just what it is. It's a tough decision.
I mean, going in for the big damage and giving him the triple cyber style.
Triple cyber style, yeah.
But
which
he is
clearly.
going for,
yeah, here we go.
Oh, he's going for the level 8 egg.
He's going OTK?
He is.
Oh boy. Here we go. Eggs YOLO. Whoa. All right. Good luck, Egg.
He's rolling them dice, folks.
I mean, if there's nothing to stop it, like, I mean, think about if it's Cosmic Cyclone in the trap, but if it's Drowning Mirror Force.
All right, 1 set, 2.
Okay, that's why he did it. He didn't have 3 set. It has to be Drowning.
Oh, no Drowning.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just got to go for it. With only 4 cards out of the deck, you know they're not playing 3 Drownings.
No, yeah. It's only that's a one-of tech, but still, that's pretty interesting. Heg went for it and YOLO'd it and actually picked up a humongous win for Sun Clan right there.
But yeah, that does happen to Cyber Dragon.
It does. So Cyber Dragon can break, just what it is. Easy. All right, yeah, that was a huge win. All right, so what's on the backside of a Sidra combo that lost to Shira? Because if you're going against Sun Clan, you know Shira can be an option. So you need an anti-Shira.
You're normally countering Heroes or Dark Magician with, or possibly even E-Sabers. So
yeah.
But I would say that Dark Magician and Heroes are the first 2 things you're countering with Cyber Dragons.
Yeah, I think we might see Sabers on the backside of this. I don't know, because I don't think Heroes or I don't think Dark Magician would. Well, no, I don't know what's on the backside of this. I could go like 3 different ways, and I think I'd still be right. But I'm curious what they picked.
I mean, Cyber Dragon can be flexible.
Blackwing. Yeah, Sidra Blackwing. Yeah. Perfectly reasonable combo. The Shira matchup is much better now that Shira doesn't have Cosmic Cyclones. But I have seen Shira run some interesting techs. For example, that Typhoon could be one of them. But it could be like the Whirlwind comes down, Mountain and Whirlwind are 2. Anyway, well, I don't know if that
I warned everybody in chat before. Now that Egg has seen that Typhoon, it will be talked about.
It will be talked about that. So the other thing I've seen with Shira, especially in side deck format, is Twister. I've seen that actually pretty commonly.
So, I mean, this is not a bad start for the Shiranui here. Gazuki's a nice starter.
Yeah, Gazuki, nice starter. Floodgate is the perfect card against a Blackwing. I think I read a Cosmic Cyclone there, but no point to doing it. This will put the Zephyrus in the grave, though, if he attacks into it. I wouldn't.
This could just be game here. If he mills, Solitaire.
Yeah, actually it is game. So Gazuki, barring Ebola, which isn't being run, Gazuki's going to run into the Zephyrus, and the level 8 is going to come out after the Solitaire summon of the level 2 off of the level 6.
So Floodgate wins the game, basically.
Yeah, Floodgate wins the game. I guess this is the danger to the Sidra Blackwing combo right here.
Floodgate.
Yeah, because if Shira comes in, they're going to use Floodgate. You know, like that's. I mean, I guarantee they'll have Floodgate. So yeah.
Kaneda is saying he needs a monster to normal summon, but doesn't Gazuki get over the Zephyros?
Yeah, no, he doesn't need a monster. It's Gazuki into
like, oh wait, never mind.
Yeah, no, it's Gazuki into the Zephyros.
I don't remember Zephyros having a big booty.
The only thing is Ebola. That literally is the only thing. And I know there's a cyclone in hand, and I know there's a tuner in hand. So barring Ebola, that's it. That could be a fiendish chain delay right there. But if it's an Ebola delay, that is pretty OP.
Ebola and Black Wings.
If it's Ebola delay, that's darn interesting. Because if it's Ebola delay, you let this go, and then you Ebola that 5,500. Nah, ain't no Ebola. All right.
So Hegelian boy gets pace back for Sun Clan here.
Hegelian boy
4-2.
only knows how to summon level 8. That's the issue here. Just kidding.
Level log for level 8, no level 10s allowed.
That was all right. Hegelian might go on a run with Shira here, because if that was their counter pick, and they didn't even use a repeat on the front
That
end
wasn't
of
that was the back end of a combo egg.
Oh, that was the back end. Oh, so this is counter pick then.
This is counter pick.
Oh, okay. Well, this is very important. Okay. All right. We're back into a very important area.
And Egg's a doctor, so he knows about important areas.
That's pretty good. Oh, and I hope everybody's being safe with the COVID-19 stuff in the chat.
If not, Egg takes home calls.
I do actually have to do FaceTime at home with some patients.
Egg
It's actually true. It's okay.
will drive to your house. He'll put the little stethoscope to you.
That won't happen at all. I'm not driving to your house.
He's going to be wearing one of those special protective suits.
Nope.
So he doesn't crack his shell.
Nope. I like my house. Crack his shell. All right.
You don't want your yolk showing, Egg.
No, that's true. That's gross. Hey, when's this New Worlds thing start? Is it 2 weeks?
The KC Grand Cup. I mean, I'm calling it the KC Cup. It's basically like an RRQ event.
Yeah.
Stage 1 starts on the 1st next month. And
okay,
I believe the stage 2, the actual qualifying thing.
Yeah.
Let me check the calendar here real quick.
I'm just curious.
It starts on the 12th at midnight for us, Egg. So Friday, Thursday night, Friday morning for us.
I might
for
take
people in other
Friday
time
off.
zones, it will be different. Me and Egg are both Central United States time zones, so
yeah, I might take that Friday off. The 12th. All right, good. Thank you. We're in a match. Okay.
And Saku comes in for X Factors here. And it looks like we have a Yami Yugi. So this likely is E-Sabers. 21 cards. We won't know for sure till we see a card, but only one deck's been playing Yami Yugi pretty much.
Yeah, I guess you could do Destiny Draw and a little weird variant, but I agree, E-Saber. Hey, does Hegelian only draw Squires? Is that the rule in the world?
People was saying that about me yesterday, Egg. Don't be hating. Don't hate on a man for gloving his Squire, but he no level 10. I didn't get to do no level augmentation for level 10 yesterday neither. Nobody would let me. Oh, you have back row. Let me go level 10. No. Well, with triple back row, he obviously couldn't go level 10.
Yeah.
So we'll see what kind of hand the Yami Yugi draws here. We still don't know 100% it's E-Sabers. It's all assumptions at this point.
Mm-hmm. But triple back row level 6 is a beautiful start. What the?
A set monster. It probably either Alistair or Lapuya,
Oh, it's
maybe.
Alistair. It's Alistair. It's Alistair for sure.
That's pretty dangerous though. If there was a ballista squad.
Yeah.
So obviously we don't know the guy's hand, and there
Right.
has been that strange E-Saber deck that's been played in Winda, but those are normally a bit thicker than 21 cards.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure it has to be.
So that could be a non-Malehu E-Saber monster. It could be Alistair.
Yeah, Lapuya or Alistair. It's really, or the water, I guess, if he's super bricked.
Nalu.
Yeah, the water one. Yeah, he could have super bricked on the monster and just wants the water in the grave.
He has full back row, which it's probably what he wants / needs here.
Yeah.
So just swinging in here, not even gonna synchro from the grave.
He locked his field. If this is the water, if the water goes to the grave right here, and I think it will, unless he chains it. If this is the water and it goes to the grave, one of those back rows invocation. Whoa! It was
Malehu. Interesting.
Malehu.
He definitely didn't have another E-Saber monster in his hand.
He has Alistair with invocation set. That's my read on this. He's gonna get 2 invoke.
Well, I think it just means he didn't have a activation from hand.
I think it's Alistair.
Right.
Alistair summon, search his second invoke, use an invoke on the field using his Malehu. Or actually, he'll probably use the level 2 tuner over there.
He just ends egg.
Oh gosh. What is happening?
He might have just all back row cards.
Yeah, and then he locked himself. And he couldn't unlock himself by chaining the level 6. He might lose because he's locked. Because one of them is Floodgate or Void Trap Hole. So he might lose because he's locked. Wow, okay.
I kind of think it's dangerous for the sheer Nui player to leave his monster resources in the graveyard.
There's the chain that we knew about. He's going to chain the 1500. He still gets
a ballista squad here would be really good for Hegelian.
I mean, it absolutely will kill this Saber. He locked his back row. I don't know what to say. He's holding Alistair in hand. He didn't have a way to play it.
We don't know that for sure, but
let's see.
Eggs. Sometimes you assume everybody just draws the nuts.
I do actually. Yeah, I do. So this is gonna be the Archfiend, I'm sure. I don't know why it would be Hidez. Oh, okay. And why?
He could be going Hidez just in case of another set.
No, this is good. This is good. Wasn't Malehu destroyed by a zombie monster?
It was.
Yeah, he's floodgating it though. But Malehu was destroyed by a zombie monster, which means the Malehu would be negated for the next turn, and he could only go Kaligo, which would lose him the duel. So that was actually good. But of course, as we know, the floodgate was set. That's why his Alistair in hand, which is probably the card closest to the extra deck, couldn't be played. And so there you go. There's your floodgate. There's your chained Shirnui Squire. So Ballista is the key card for Hegelian here. And he would Ballista either I actually wouldn't Ballista the face up. I'd Ballista the 6. The face down level 6. And he can pop that last back row, which is almost assuredly another Floodgate or a Void Trap Hole.
Well, he might want to save it for a possible Purgatrio too.
Yeah, that's true too. because Alistair's coming down here. But I think he doesn't have 2 Alistairs because I don't think there was Invoke on board. Alistair's got to come down here from the closest to the extra deck, right? Has to.
The card he drew last turn was just set.
I don't understand.
I don't think his hand is as good as you're thinking, Egg.
Maybe he just bricked. Yeah.
And I mean, unfortunately for Hegelian, he kind of has to tiptoe around Destiny Draw, but I don't think he really has the tools to tiptoe around it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Like, I think Hegelian just can't attack. Yeah. Hegelian needs Ballista, which I'm sure he has one. But now with 2 back row, it didn't make sense to do Ballista and then maybe run into a second chain and lock your board. Oh, this is going to change the game. All right. Palace comes down. Palace is going to search a monster because he clearly doesn't have one, or a monster can be summoned right now and will have its effect. That monster would be Maleo. Yeah, he didn't have one. He's still got Alistair. There's the Maleo. Now the Maleo will be floodgated. Okay, you may have just opened up the field to a Ballista being set.
Probably going to flip himself here.
Yes, very much. He'll flip himself. He has 2 back row protection against the level 6. The issue though is the Ballista. That's the Ballista has always been the issue here.
Well, again, we're making assumptions. It's
yeah. It's assumptive, but I'm wondering what Hegelian had to open. If he does nothing but set a back row here and pass, it's Ballista. Okay, he's not passing. He's going to attack him with the Samurai Saga, which means he is not afraid of something bad happening. So he has to have the ability to blow stuff up.
He has his finger on the button.
I think you go Cocytus, honestly. I think you go Cocytus.
I mean, at this point, with the board locked for the Shiranui player, yeah, Cocytus could just be game.
That's a set.
That might be an Alistair right there, but
that's what he had. That came from the middle, so it was not top deck. That's what he had from the very beginning. I
mean, setting Alistair, I think, would be a mistake because of that Ballista squad.
Yeah, the Ballista squad, which Heg had to free up space to set with the floodgate. I have a feeling that if he would have done nothing but set La Puya with Palace, if he would have searched La Puya with Palace, that Samurai Saga couldn't get over it, and he would have had a negate on the Ballista, and he could have decked him out.
Unending Nightmare, that's a card that's probably wasn't going to do him any good anyways, so that's definitely the card that the E-Saber player wanted to get hit.
He could still have La Puya here, if I'm being honest. This could still be La Puya.
How big booty would it be? It would be 25, so.
Yeah, 25. I mean, you wouldn't be able to get over it with your on board right now. And 1 floodgate on a tuner would make it to where Ballista would be necessary again. So a floodgate here. Yeah, if this is a floodgated situation, then Heg will need a second Ballista, and if he flips that, floodgate. If he flips that Lapuya, if that is Lapuya, which would have been the smart move over the Malehu summon, if that's Lapuya and he attacks into it with a 25 booty, the game's over because the next 2 Ballista will be negated.
And it is that 25 booty.
I don't know how he can. He can chain. Sorry, he can chain the Lapuya. He can chain it.
Heg would definitely He needs multiple back row to deal with this.
Yeah, he needs a second Ballista. He needs his second Ballista, and it's not currently set. And he needs one of those other 2 sets to be chained, because if those other 2 sets are floodgates and other things he can't activate, they're locked. If I was the E-Saber player, I would just load my back row. I would just load my back row. Or go
There's
for lead.
the Alistair.
Yeah.
So this is a very dangerous spot for Hegelian because one of those two back row will get negated here.
Absolutely. He's going Cocytus. He's breaking the unbreakable board. Floodgate, though. Well, you know, what's Floodgate gonna do to Cocytus?
The only thing Floodgate would do would basically,
Ballista. Yeah,
it would just make Cocytus a target for Ballista.
Yep,
that's all Floodgate would do. It's still got it's still gonna have that big booty.
Yep, and it's still gonna have an Alistair in hand to protect it from level 10.
No Floodgate.
No Floodgate. This is a really hard board to break for what Hegelian has on the field. He has a Floodgated monster, a Chained monster, and the level 6. He doesn't have a Tuner in the grave. He clearly doesn't have another Ballista, or he would have used it a couple of times by now. So he's top decking for Ballista, and I mean, this guy's just going in.
I mean, if he has Concentrating Current, this could be game right here.
It's game with current.
Nope. One Alistair boost. Oh my Jesus, there's the current.
There it is, game. Yeah, but I think, to be blunt with you, I think Hegelian was locked anyway. I really do. He would have to have a set chain and a top decked Ballista to be able to out that 2500 booty Lapuya.
Oh yeah, I mean, once that board got made with, I mean, even just the Lapuya was going to be difficult to deal with.
I guess he could also have Ballista and Unending, or Chain and Unending, or Chain and Typhoon. There were some things he could have, but he needed a combination of two back row very specifically, and he only had one back row open spot, you know? So that was tough.
But we will get to see Hegelian's second deck, though. So, I mean, Heg's not out of it yet.
No, he's not.
I mean, there's lots of decks that could be comboed with Shiranui too. So it just depends on what the team likes.
Agree.
And it's another Yusei Fudo. So my gut's telling me it's a Tie That Binds deck.
I think you're right.
20 cards. I mean, Heroes has been playing Tie That Binds. Lots more and more Dark Magician have been playing Tie That Binds. So they're
maybe.
So my guess is probably either Heroes or Dark Magician.
Or Tie That Binds Crystron.
20 cards, Egg?
No, not 20. Tie That Binds Heroes or Dark Magician, you're right.
If it was 30 cards, and it's a Dark Magician. Dark Magician with Rod, so Dark Magician. Ooh, the chain. That's going to be really nice for E-Savers.
Yeah, that's going to be hard to get. Oh, wait. Cyclone.
Cosmic Cyclone. All right, so Dark Magician is going to do Dark Magician stuff. At least it doesn't take forever.
Right. True.
The searches are quick, unlike the Ritual Beast ones.
This is interesting. So, Hegelian is trying to figure out if he should go Circle and Circle Risk into Nav, or just go Navi, which tells me he's already holding either Illusion Magic or a Dark Magician card. Interesting. I always YOLO. I just do. Like even in situations where I shouldn't, I probably YOLO it.
Life is short, especially for us, Egg.
Right. That was morbid as hell. Yeah, it's true though.
Hey, we still got 50 years if we're lucky.
Right. Here we go, brother. He's YOLOing. Here comes the YOLO. He also could have Nav in hand and not have the Dark Magician and looking for Illusion Magic or Dark Magician here. He could also have that.
If he was YOLOing, he was just punished.
That was a punished YOLO. That was a punished YOLO.
We'll see. We'll see.
He'll set
Oh,
too.
wow. Very punished.
Oh, super punished YOLO. So he's holding 2 Dark Magicians. Yikes. All right. So this is Alistair's game. Wait, did he search that Malehu, Sano? With that palace? Or
1, 2, 3, 4. No, he did not.
all right. Then Alistair's game. La Puglia, huge play. He can, of course, send anything.
He did search it. Never mind.
He did search it. Okay, that's why he didn't Alistair. La Puglia's huge, though. Huge. And to be blunt, the Dark Magician player didn't have any searches. So whatever he's top decking here, while he knows it, it's not Navigation or Dark Magician or Illusion Magic or Magical Curtain or Expanded. Floodgate's going to come out on the rod. That will not impact its effect, of course, so Navigation will come out. But the issue here is there are 2 monsters on the field. He was going for the Navi, so he's holding at least 1 to 2 Dark Magicians. He'll set the Navi. I don't know if he has another set at that point. The other rod will be flipped face down. Yeah, so his other set might have been what he drew into off the circle. He'll flip face down that other rod so that he saves his La Puglia.
He didn't get to draw anything off of that circle egg. Remember, he just rearranged his top.
I mean, he knows what it was. I think it's a set because he knew what he was drawing. That's all I was saying. But yeah, no, he didn't draw off the circle.
Didn't want to give away where that...
Even better, flips the La Puglia down, gives damage to the rod. Now the rod's in attack position. Yikes. If he's got Alistair, he's got game. He can negate the Navigation. To be honest, if all he does is search Malehu, he's got game. Right? So. No, he doesn't.
If he would have gone offensive with La Puglia, another Malehu would have been game.
Well, he can still go offensive with La Puglia. La Puglia
it's already in the battle. It's already in the battle phase.
Oh, never mind. I think he missed game. If he searched Malehu, Malehu would come out at 2300. La Puglia can go into the floodgated monster. Malehu would take out 700 and then 23 for game. He'd have 1 negate. I think he misplayed. I think he missed lethal. He's still very well protected, unless it's double Navi right here in the end phase. Oh gosh.
He is forcing out that. He is forcing the shit out of that La Puglia. Yeah. He's making him make a choice.
He has to choose this. That's not even an option. Yeah.
That was the best back row to be paired with that Navigation, though.
It really was. It was a nice job by Hegelian. He needed Alistair. He needed Alistair something fierce so he could go into the fire monster. So he's going to pull out, if it's end phase, I'd probably pull out, no, he's got a floodgated monster. He has to pull out another Dark Magician. He can't get over the, wait, he's Tie That Binds, though. Yeah.
He is.
Yeah. So but he still can't, no, even ties, 1, 2, 3, no, he'll go up to 28. Yeah, he can get over it if he brings out 2 Dark Magicians. Yeah.
He just has to make sure to attack the La Puglia first, basically.
Well, I think he's banishing La Puglia. That's what I would do. Oh, he's gonna banish Maleo. Oh, okay.
So this, barring Sphere
This is game.
Karibo, Dark Magician will win right here.
Yeah, that's it. That
Very
Tretch
nice
was
play
huge.
from Hegelian boy.
Sure was. Still don't know why you didn't have a an Alistair in hand. I guess you just didn't draw it. You know.
That would be the reason you don't have it.
Yeah, pretty much. Alistair would have been game, but this is going to be game the other way because of Tie That Binds.
Well, I mean, either way, Tretch would have forced the Sabres player's hand.
Right. Yeah, yeah. He would have had to do Tretch, but Lapulia could have negated the Tretch, and since two monsters were on the field, he wouldn't have been able to use Navi before the Purg. So Purg would have been lethal. But in this case, the Tie That Binds is the thing that causes Dark Magician to win.
And the smart attack order from Hegelian boy playing around Destiny draw.
Very much. Everything done the right way by Hegelian. Well played.
So now Sun Clan goes up 5-3, and we'll get to see Saku's second deck. I believe this is the second E-Sabers we've seen from X Factors. It'll be interesting to see if they have any more in their lineup. And I mean, if they have a third one in the deck or in the lineup, that would just mean that they really believe in the deck.
Right.
I mean, it did have a good week last week, but like 3 of any deck in a lineup, I mean, it has to have a specific purpose, or or be tier 0 like for hires, or a super tier 1 deck like Amazon was.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, heck, 3K got away with what, 10 for hires 1 week?
They did. 10 for hires. Horrible.
I remember watching that. I was like, what's going on here?
All right, let's see what happens. So, I don't think it's a mirror. Right? There's no way it's a mirror.
Nope,
Well,
it's Shira.
Yeah. Okay. That makes more sense.
Oh, but it looks like a busy morning for Team Wars right now, though, in general. I think there's 4 matches going on right now.
Really?
1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5. No, never mind. There are 5 matches going on right now.
Jeez.
Neo and Duel Links Taiwan just started. Diffusion just started with Sun Needle Sealing.
Oh. Yeah, there it is.
That card has gotten super popular the last couple weeks.
Yeah, it really has. There's a lot of triple summons nowadays, so makes a ton of sense.
Let's see here. I'll kind of peep in on these other games, so if you folks aren't watching them, we can kind of give you an update on how those are going. Although I'm sure a lot of people have multiple windows open on their internet to watch all of them. It looks like Neo is currently up 1-0 on Duel Links Taiwan. Rookies are up 4-3 on Divine. The other 2 streams are still loading for me. Defusion and Claw Clan still have no score.
Well, here we have a Solitaire Summon, Solitaire Effect. Brings out the level 2, so he'll have level 8. Of course, though, there's a presumption of a navigation on the field.
Ooh, and Armides Army and Destiny Draw are tied at 4 right now.
Whoa. Destiny Draw is... Wow, okay.
Undefeated in a season and a half, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Here comes that navigation. Kaiku, which is the perfect answer. And now he can banish off the 2500 level 6, causing no level 8 summon. Hegelian is making mincemeat of this Shiranui. The Saga, though, is banished, so the Dark Magician will drop to 2000. I guess you could drop the Kaiku, but there's no point.
Well, still, without any back row, one normal summon with Tie That Binds is game.
That's true. Actually, Kaiku's probably the best to drop when you think about it, because then any top deck monster can get over him. But if, yeah, because the Kaiku's going to cause no banishing from the grave. Kaiku's probably the best to drop. Although I think it's a bad situation to be in for the Shiranui player.
Yeah, he needs this back row to be something. Well, actually, one back row actually isn't going to help him at all. Never mind.
Yeah, one back row be negated. And,
guys, Sham in chat is saying, "What's up, Egg?"
Oh, hey, Sham. I think he'll attack with the Kaiku directly. Now he can banish both tuners. I think this is game. Both tuners are going to be gone. All he has is if he could get Solitaire banished from the grave. He can't do that with Kaiku, and because he didn't drop the Kaiku down, he has nothing in his deck that can get over Kaiku, so he needs a chain. And if he had chain set, he would have used it on the Kaiku last turn. See? In this, wait. He runs the level 3.
Oh,
OMG, he runs the level 3. He's going to go in. Wait, what? Now he can bring back both level 2s.
Monsters.
Both level 2s will come back.
Play.
This is going to be game. Isn't it? No, he still can't banish. He still can't banish. He can bring back 1 and go into the level 8.
I mean, he really needs to get over that Kaiku, though.
Yeah, well, the level 8 will get over the Kaiku, but then he'll just be sitting there with the Squire. He really needed chain. I mean, that's what he needed. But he does bring back his tuner. If he would have gone level 7, he would have been 2400. He would have blown up that presumable navigation.
He can't banish Egg.
Oh, he'd have to banish himself and then he'd die. Yeah, no, he needed to go level 8. Yeah.
I mean, the scary part about attacking for the Shiranui player is there's a chance there's another navigation waiting in the wings.
And then you're just dead.
But, I mean, you have to get that Kaiku has to go.
Yep. Wait, with Squire? Could he have gone into Black Rose, or is that only Spirit Master?
I don't know if Black Rose would have been the best option either way.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure it was the best option. All I'm saying is,
I mean, both of his level 2s were banished, so it's not like that would have done him any good. He opts to leave the Kaiku on the field. Oh my goodness.
Squire can't go into Black Rose. Only Spirit Master can. Bad aim comes out. The bad aim comes out and is going to pop Dark Magic Circle. That is going to cause no banishment, meaning none of the cards that come out next can get over a 3000 monster. He's going to have to go defense mode just to avoid from lethal issue. Oh boy.
That bad aim was very clutch for Saku right there. That was lights out with the negate in the graveyard otherwise. but he should be able. I mean, without some really good back row, which I mean, Dark Magician is. I mean, normally they're running Cosmic Cyclones and sometimes Tretch, sometimes Clash. I have Timaeus or Herald of the Abyss, but I mean Herald of the Abyss is more in the Sealed Tombs version.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like he has anything in particular. I mean, he's going all defense.
Yeah, he doesn't have it. The cards you mentioned were the only possible cards. Once he takes that I'd take the Dark Magician out since you had got back row. I would take out that Dark Magician so that he doesn't have a negate. And once you don't have a negate, you're all of a sudden in a I don't know that I would have done that. If you take out the Dark Magician, you play around the Timaeus, you play around the negate.
Well, I mean, there is still another Dark Magician in the
No,
deck,
you play
right?
around Expanded too. If he top decks Expanded, he's got you. You had to take out the Dark Magician. Yeah, I mean there's the chain. I don't even know why he's chaining his own monster. That's funny. If he had chain, I absolutely would have taken out the Dark Magician. Why not? Why wouldn't you take out Dark Magician? You could just chain the Kaiku.
I mean, he does need that Expanded or another offensive card
He would have
to deal with this.
Oh my gosh, he's got it.
Expanded as being more.
Wait. That doesn't.
World Legacy Clash. Oh my Jesus! There was one of the cards.
Wait, so we saw Tretch and Clash, right?
Yeah, so that means he's not playing
Illusion Magician.
But that does put another level 2 into the grave.
Correct.
So
he has level 10.
He does have level 10, and he has 2 pops.
He has 2 pops. He can pop back row. He can pop Dark Magician, and it's lethal over the rod. This has to be Clash again, I guess. I mean, he
but
doesn't.
We know the other semi-limit is Tretch Egg.
That's game. He got it. Oh my goodness, he got it by 200 life points. Wow.
That was a very nice. I mean, that was a good game all around. Very back and forth.
That was really good.
In X Factors, I mean, they really needed that to keep the score close.
Yep.
So now we go to 5-4. Hegelian 3-2. I mean, anytime you go over 50-50, you done good.
Yep. Yeah, Hegelian did his job. So, yeah.
So now, if Sun Clan gets the chance to counter the Shiranui, whatever they feel that their best Shiranui counter currently is. Ooh, Rookie's up another point on Divine, so that game is 5-3 right now. Claw Clan gets out to the 1-0 lead on Defusion. Destiny Draw took the lead 4-5 over Armides Army. And Neo and Duel Links Taiwan are 1-1. So,
oh wow,
lots of close matches going on right now. I mean, a couple just started. Ooh, Armides Army 5-5 versus Destiny Draw.
Oof. I bet a lot of people are tuning in for that one.
Tune in here though.
Stay tuned in where we are tuned.
And sub to Hezi.
And sub and follow Hezi.
Sub promised me an egg strippers if he gets subs.
He's like, nah, don't sub to me.
We still get the strippers if they sub to Team Wars, right, Hezzy?
Correct. 100%.
Yes, just sub to Team Wars, sub to Hezzy. I mean, strippers need money during this COVID crisis, people. Their profession is being ravaged.
Agree. All right, so this is counterpick time. Okay, so Heg left, and Arthur. Arthur is going to be coming in. Okay, let's see what Arthur has to go up against this. It was Shira, right? Yeah, at level 10 into the rod. Yeah, Shira. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's probably something with a lot of flippy cards.
That would make sense. Okay, here we go.
It is an Ishizu, which could mean heroes. It could mean Dark Magician. 20 cards. Dark Magician just slapping that Kaiku down on the field.
Wow. All right.
That's not the best start for Dark Magician, though.
No, but you know one of these is Navi. Now you don't know if it's Navi that's live, but you know one of these is Navi if you have a no circle situation, 2 sets. If the Navi is live, that's very nice though, because the Kaiku needs to get gotten over by a synchro monster. That's absolute. So we'll see. The level Og could come into play here with a level 10. Of course, Dark Magician does run Herald. This is not great. It probably means Ballista, though. Probably means Ballista.
Just a set 2, and I mean, that set is likely to be the level 2.
Anything else he would have summoned, so yeah, I agree with you. It's a level 2.
Oh boy, he's stretching his own Kaiku?
Yikes. Okay, so he avoids the Ballista to get the Navi. The Navi was live. So he's going for lethal. He's got to negate. If one of these is Ballista, he has game. If one of these is Ballista, he already has game. It doesn't even matter anymore. It's complete irrelevance. He played around the floodgate anyway. If this was Ballista to start, he has game. Even Chain, he has game. Chain, Ballista, floodgate. I don't know what this could possibly be.
Ebola is the only thing that can save him.
Ebola. That's it. Oh my gosh!
And there is our furry little friend.
Now he can do Solitaire into level 8, and the Dark Magician is in bad shape.
Oh, wow. This is really good for Shiranui right here.
Wow.
I mean, what he could do is he could go level 8 and then synchro into level 10, pop one Dark Magician and attack over the other, and leave the board completely empty. Actually, no, he could pop them both. This is game.
Yeah, I think it's game.
This is game.
Man, that Ebola.
Oh, that feeling when you think you have game and then you get reversed.
Yeah, this guy. None of this even matters because he's just going to go into the level 10, right? He has game with 2 pops.
What? Oh, I have still game. Never mind.
Anyway, so I mean, it was game with the level 10 with 2 pops. It was game this way. It was safer to do level 10 with 2 pops, but
well, I mean, there was no reason not to do that too. I mean, there was no back row to play around. There was no hand traps to play around. Sun Clan is announcing a repeat.
oh, repeat coming. All right.
First repeat of the match at a pretty. I mean, the team that wins this game right here has the counter pick advantage.
Man, Arthur went all in, and absolutely I would have done the same thing. That Ebola. There's no way he knew the Ebola.
So, I mean, Sun Clan has had the counter pick advantage this whole match. This is a chance for X Factors to get it, though. Dark Magician opening up Circle here, though. I mean, much better start than. I mean, his last hand wasn't bad with Tretch and the Navi, but you always want Circle, right? You play 3 of them. If you didn't want it, you wouldn't play 3 of them. Taking a long time here, though.
Interesting, yeah.
I wonder, is he possibly missing part of the combo? Is he? I mean, grabs the Navi, so.
There's the Navi. So, how do you take a long time on the 3 card? That's when Navi is in there. That's interesting. Another Kaiku. That's why.
Ooh.
Okay, he was making the decision. Okay, he's playing into the Dark Magician. So either he has double Navi. He has double Navi. I think he does. One, two, three. Okay. He doesn't have a monster. So he's going to get 1 banished here.
Double navigation would be really bad.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You called it. I mean, K-Row and chat pointed out you called the last game too early, Egg. Don't call it just yet.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, don't get me wrong. This doesn't look good.
I guess you're right. It could be. No, he can summon. Yeah. No, this is his game. Because he gets a banish. I guess that whole Ebola can come back into play.
He would need 2 Ebolas this time, though.
I was about to say, doesn't he need 2? Yeah, guys, there's the 3rd Dark Magician. Yeah, that's game. Ooh, bad aim again. We saw that before play a role on the circle, so yeah.
Just going in. I mean, he doesn't really have anything to be afraid of here.
Yeah, there's no.
There's 1 Ebola. Is there a second? There needs to be that second. There isn't.
That's it.
So Sun Clan keeps up with their counter pick advantage here. But Saku, he went 3-2, got his team a point closer than they were before. But I mean, now we're starting to get into the portion of the match, though, where, you know, there might not be as many counters as there were before, with only 2 players left.
I agree. This is where we start seeing mirrors. This is where we start seeing the counter pick that never got played, and that kind of stuff, yeah. So Sokka is what, 3-1? Or is he 3-2
now? He went 3-2.
Oh, he went
Arthur is 1-1 right now.
Arthur 1-1, yeah. Okay. So it's 5. Oh, it's 5-5. So he's 3-1. So Saka stays on.
It's 6-5.
Oh, it's just not updated. Okay.
As he just has to update it.
Yeah. Okay. So it's 6-5. So they're counterpicking a back-sided Dark Magician, which means whatever gets counterpicked is gonna be counterpicked. Interesting.
Well, this was a repeated Dark Magician egg.
Yeah, it was a repeated DM, so it's a backside. Yeah, it's a well, not a backsided, but it's the second in the combo. Okay. Blackwing or beatdown.
Nope, it's Blackwings.
Oh, you're already in.
Blackwing's going second, so they're gonna definitely be looking for that Cosmic Cyclone in the starting hand.
Mm-hmm. And Hazy's getting in. I know the chat. We might be a little bit ahead.
Curtain here. Is he's just gonna go ahead and banish that field spell?
Yeah, he's gonna banish the mountain, which hurts the searches for Dark Magician for Blackwing. It's not an unreasonable play. It also stops an Ancient Fairy Dragon opening play. I mean, it doesn't completely stop it, but it stops it from doing the Necro Valley, which sometimes can be relevant for negate purposes. Also has a set. Very interesting. Set with 2 in hand. Maybe he drew the Super Nuts.
One Whirlwind.
There's one. Could, of course, be Cosmic Cyclone.
2 Whirlwind.
That's 2. Here comes something. Chris.
Can he stop the searches here? Does he have any disruption?
He cannot. He can stop a single search with a Cyclone. But that's it. Because Tretch can't blow up Chris. And the circle would activate next after the activation of the Whirlwind. So he cannot stop these searches. Double Gale.
So probably has another level 4 in his hand, I would think.
Yeah, I would assume a Bora. Of course, he would have probably summoned Zephyros if he went double Gale and he had Chris in hand. So if he has another level 4, it's Bora or another Chris, of course. He can do that, just not on top of the Chris. Okay, now this is interesting. If he navies here and banishes the
stops
Chris,
all the special summons.
Yeah, that stops every special summon, meaning 3 cards in hand are dead. He would have to have Cosmic Cyclone being the Blackwing player. No Cosmic Cyclone, and this game is over because there'll even be a negate for next turn. Let's see. Does he have the Cyclone?
Nope.
So he could go Simoon here. I think he probably should have searched a Simoon with Chris. He probably should have searched a Simoon rather than a second Gale with Chris. And by searching Simoon, he would have been protected from that play. He needed to search a Simoon with Chris. If he didn't have Cosmic Cyclone, he had to assume navigation and he had to search Simoon. Searching the two Gale is death.
So now Sun Clan gets their 2-point lead back.
Yep.
Let's see here. I don't believe X Factors have used any repeats yet. And X Factors do, in fact, announce a repeat.
A repeat, okay.
Blackwing's going second again.
Oh, I haven't. Okay. There we go. Sorry. I'll catch up.
Oh, they're just getting in right now. Like, I've basically just seen the coin flip.
All right. 20 card, ST, and Blackwing. Okay. All right. Let's see what happens. maybe when you get double whirlwind, I almost always, if I have the level 4, I don't search second tuner, I search the simoon. Like you want to just be protected from a floodgate, from a Canadia, from a banishment, from anything.
Oh wow.
Oh boy. All right. Well, Blackwing can do whatever it darn well pleases on this one. A Cosmic Cyclone would really mess it up. Oh, I don't even see delays. Those two
Yeah,
whirlwinds were so fast. Oh
I
my
mean,
gosh, he has
it
triple.
could be Tretch,
He has
but
triple.
that's not going to stop all these searches.
No. He had to throw the Chris away though, which could be big. The Chris is an important card, and he doesn't have another one. He can't search it, so he'd have to have one in hand. He can search tons though. I mean, the first thing I would do is search off my Zephyros. You already used the moon effect, so you search off Zephyros, Gale. Um, that's it.
Yeah,
That's
Arthur he's like, yeah, I've seen enough.
Yeah, that was illusion magic or something like that. That
It
is
was something that couldn't be activated, that's for sure.
Yeah, it didn't look like it.
All right. X Factors bring it back to 7-6.
Yep.
They really need, I mean, for them to have a decent chance, I really think this Black Wings needs to steal another game or two here.
I agree. Yeah, that one was over no matter what because you had Zephyros effect from the grave. You had you could play around with double tuner on the field, play around Tretch. I mean that was over. You could Joe back into the Rakiri if he waits.
But while we wait for the Sun Clan's next player, Duel Links Taiwan is up 2-1 right now versus Neo.
Oh, that's a big game.
Rookies are up 6-4 on Divine. Claw Clan is it 3-2 or 3-1? I see a Claw Clan player just won a game, so 3-2, 3-2, and 6-5 in favor of Destiny Draw over Armides Army.
6-5. Destiny draws
6-5.
back up. Okay.
Yep.
So Duel Links Taiwan versus Neo is a pretty big game. I think Duel Links Taiwan and Neo are first and second place in their division. And
No, we were in third place at the start of this week. Neo was right below us though, just based even though
I
they
guess
beat
coming
us.
into the week, I guess, yeah.
I mean, all of us at like us, Duel Links, Taiwan, and Neo all had 2-1 records.
Yeah.
The only thing separating us was round differential. And we get to see Dennis come in. Are we gonna see the Ancient Gears? Ancient Gears one time.
All right. So obviously it's Ancient Gears, Yami Yugi, Destiny Draw Ancient Gears, and
Obviously.
Right, obviously. Yeah, so it's clearly going to be ES with 21 card Yami Yugi, but the Blackwing's going first, so he can set up his whole field. Yeah, he can set up the whole field. He has to set up Rakiri. It's absolute. He has to set up Rakiri and one other Blackwing card on the field that isn't going to die to a Malayu attack. He's got a couple of ways he can do that, but we'll see. You don't have a choice though, son. You gotta go Rakiri. You have to force back row. You have to force Malayu effect. You have to do all kinds of forcing. Okay.
He had to decide which whirlwind to play first, Egg. Come on. Big
I
choice.
forgot. I forgot the important parts. Yes. Well, if
Why
he
do
had
you always
Zephyros
forget the
Whirlwind,
important stuff?
if he had Zephyros Whirlwind, he should have been doing this play like in 12 seconds. All right, there we go. Zephyros, Gale, Whirlwind, summon the Rakiri.
Pixie.
Wait,
He's gonna pick up his field spell with Zephyros.
but
He's gonna get a draw off of Pixie.
I guess Pixie is okay. But if he has Chain, you have no Black Wings on the field. You're susceptible to Floodgate. And you still die to Purg. Oh no.
I mean, a lot of things could depend on his hand here. I mean, he still had
Yeah.
2 cards in his hand. There is
Okay.
a particular pesky card that Black Wings do play from time to time.
That is true. All right, so he's gonna replay Mountain here and get a draw, and maybe he will have. Well, if he has close, he didn't set it.
Oh, so no close.
So no close. He'll have a Pixie pop barring Fiendish Chain, and that Zephyrus is dead. Which tells me he has another level 4 in hand, because he still has the Whirlwind. Unless there's a Typhoon. But he still has the Whirlwind. So did you catch that? You caught that one? So the Zephyrs will be dead. Then he'll try to pop the Malehu. The Malehu will flip the Pixie down, more than likely. Actually, even worse, the Malehu could flip the Pixie down, have a Floodgate set, and then the Pixie gets floodgated. Or the Malehu could flip the Pixie down, making the Pixie go to a 2300, where the next Malehu can run over it. That's a lot of things, man. I don't know about
Saber's thonking here, though. A lot of thonk going on.
I don't know about the Pixie there. You had Zephyros, so you could have Rakiri'd.
I mean, with all this thinking, I'm not. The Z-Saber player might not have drawn very well.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure what's happening right now. Yeah, I mean, is he thinking he might have lethal with Purg? Like, if so, he'd need to be running one of those fire attacks like Lava Golem or something, which could totally be a thing.
We do see a Malehu, and he just chucks him for you like it was yesterday's news.
He's got Floodgate. He's got Floodgate. He'll set a Floodgate. What?
He does not have Floodgate.
What the?
And he didn't even run over the Zephyros.
Boy, he didn't run over the Zephyros, but I guess the Zephyros can't run over his Maleu. But here's the thing. He did the Pixie flip so that Pixie can't activate his effect, and Maleo can flip him back down. But if there's a tuner in hand, then Maleo is going to be dead, and it's going to be lethal 23 plus 18, barring Karibo. Now he's doing the Pixie flip. Okay. All right, so Maleo's going to have to flip this down. That's not even an option. Yep, there it is. So that's 2 E-Sabers, by the way, in the grave, plus Malehu. So there's only 2 more. There's only 2 more E-Sabers that any palace could do anything with.
He could if he's playing.
If we see Gale, oh boy, I don't even think we need Gale anymore. All right, so that's going to be 200 plus 1800 would proc. That would actually proc Destiny Draw. So you probably don't want to do that.
He's probably just going to run over the Malehu.
I thought he would have a Simoon summon over the Pixie Dragon, but he went normal summon and set up the Simoon. Necro Valley in
that
hand.
Necro Valley is very
and
big.
Now he can attack and crash his Chris, then go 16 and not proc unless he's running Sorcery Conduit. He can go 16 and not proc the D-Draw. That right there, my friends, is an Ebola. That is an Ebola if I've ever seen one. Absolutely, positively, and completely, that is Ebola.
I mean, if he has a way to keep the board locked, he would need floodgates and stuff, though, to like really make this like useful.
Yeah, I just run in. That's exactly what I would do. I'd run in the Zephyros. You have a Sea Moon in your hand too, and you have a Gale. So you have multiple outs to this Malayu.
That back row
Multiple outs.
needs to be good, and he needs a flip with Malayu.
Yep. Well, what I'd do here is I would flip the Pixie because there's no way he has another Saber in hand. There's only 2 in the deck left. So my next turn, you got to play that Floodgate because you get 2 searches anyway. So my next turn, I flip that Pixie. What did he search? He searched Gale and Simoon, right? He must already have a Bora based on how he's playing this. So it should be Bora, Gale, Simoon in hand. Flip the Pixie, pop the E-Saber, or bait the back row. Also, if he's allowed to pop this, unless it's chained, he will now only have 2 E-Sabers with Necro Valley on the field and only 2 E-Sabers left in the deck, which means a lot of his Alisters will have to go Kaliga. Well, no, they can't even go Kaliga. They can't use the other field. Yeah, no, they'll have to go Kaliga because it's Malehu and 2 and 3 Alisters left. So the only other fodder would be
We haven't seen water yet.
Water, yeah. Now this could be a Floodgate, and that was the only normal summon. If this is a Floodgate, that's devastating. It's not. He didn't have the Bora. Okay. He had the level 1. That's why he didn't have the Bora. He didn't have anything else he could search with Samu. He didn't play it right. He should have special summoned the Bora to play around Floodgate and then normal summoned the Simoon. And he still would have had the Gale in hand. There's
So we have a chain here.
He might have played it right if he read that it wasn't Floodgate. So I guess I can't say he didn't play it right because if he read it wasn't Floodgate, he knew.
How big's Chidori gonna be here? Chidori should be pretty fat.
Almost 4K, if not 4K. Actually, I think he will be 4K.
And that fat Chidori just swings in for game and he ties the match back up, Egg.
Yeah, match tied back up. I think the Saber player did all they could. They wound up with a pretty bricky hand of 3 Sabers, although that's not that terrible, but
it wasn't great going second.
But going second, it was bad. It would have been great going first. And you get two turn downs and a chain. That would have been great. But yeah, that would have been great.
Sun Clan announces their second and final repeat as well. So they want to keep that counter pick. Like, again, X Factors, they need to win a matchup that's generally not favored, but they do have another chance to steal the counter pick back. E-Sabers is going first this time, and this time they open up Palace and searching for that Malehu.
Searching for Malayu. You're right. Okay, so now he's got a whole bunch of.
This is a much, much better start for E-Sabers. Like this could be very difficult to deal with for Blackwing.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to do. Like, he needs Simoon with 2 Whirlwinds. Like, he needs a Whirlwind Simoon play. There's no other.
He might need Cosmic Cyclone too, depending on what that background is.
I guess his ideal hand would be Whirlwind, Simoon with a discard fodder, and a Cosmic Cyclone. Okay, he's got 2/3 of it.
He has a lot of it, so we'll see how many flips that we have here. And he chucked a Chris, so he probably has another decent normal summon.
Or that was his only one if he's got the Cosmic Cyclone. But if he has Cosmic Cyclone,
I think he would have cycloned off the Palace.
I don't know. You can Cyclone it in response, so he might be playing around the floodgate and still have the Cyclone with normal summon.
The cost still goes to the cost for the effect still goes to the graveyard though.
Yeah, that wouldn't be great. I guess you're right there.
He lets these searches go. It looks like.
Yeah.
He's probably just going for the tuna.
Interesting. Because if he has another Blackwing monster and it's Sea Moon, that was weird.
Looks he's forcing the E-Saber player to make a decision right here.
Okay. Decision has been made. So if he has Cosmic Cyclone here, then there will be no Maleo effect, right?
No, if the cost goes to the graveyard, the effect still goes off. If you need to cyclone off the floodgate. That's devastating.
Yeah, he.
This also means no clothes from Black Wings.
So what he could have done is he could have searched. He searched those two tuners. Maybe he had nothing in hand, but if he had nothing in hand, then how do he not have Cyclone? But if he has Simoon, he should have done that and then summoned the Simoon next to the Simoon, gotten the search of another Gale and a level 4, Boris specifically, and then gone into the level 1. Then he would have at least had two 1800s on the field rather than two floodgated Purg fodder. He could have close though as well.
No, it would have already been played.
Man, I don't.
He would have closed on the Malehu effect, I believe.
I mean, Malehu Floodgate is very hard to deal with without Cyclone. So, but if he would have searched Simoon, he could have done after the Malehu effect on the Whirlwind. He could have done Simoon again and gotten two more pieces.
Oh, he did have another Sea Moon. He normal summoned over the floodgate.
I don't know that you did that in the right order. If you would have baited out the floodgate on that first Sea Moon, you would have had the. Well, I guess you wouldn't have gotten the search for the level 1. You needed the level 1 in your hand. I understand. But still, you could have then had another Gale or something, maybe? Ugh, this is tough.
And he has to.
Yeah, he has to clear.
Wow.
He has to clear. He loses to.
He loses to Alistair.
Yeah, that's it.
Wait, no battle phase this turn. I did forget about that. No battle phase.
No battle phase. He doesn't lose, yeah. And he knew he had to get rid of the Simoons. Why did he tribute summon over the level 1 tuner? Was that the floodgated one? Yeah. So
that
the Gale is not floodgated.
One.
Yeah, so the Gale's not floodgated. So he has two Gales and a level 4 possible here. So he can Gale, open up the Gale, use its effect. He really needs close. But he can use the Gale effect and then normal summon at level 4. Get a search off of it if he doesn't do anything. Ooh. Okay. That La Puya is not going to do very much, though. It just avoids the Cosmic Cyclone. I guess it avoids the close, actually. Guess it avoids the close. So he has to flip the Gale up, and he has to make the Malehu small PP. After that, it depends on what's in his hand.
Well, I mean, if he did have Cosmic Cyclone, he could kind of force the Lapuya's hand by going for the Palace.
You're right, and that would ruin the Malehu effect because he wouldn't have anything in hand to use.
But unless there's some good protective back row back there, I mean, it looks like this Malehu's days are numbered.
Yeah. He's going to go with a normal summon here, Zephyros.
I mean, depending on that back row, the Saber player is going to have to start making some decisions here pretty quick.
Yep. I don't know what that back row is. Chain, maybe.
Oh, Canada keeps. We always assume they can use it from hand, but Canada's right. He needs to have it set to be able to use close.
Yeah, I was more so assuming he's going to get into a synchro this turn. That's why I was saying it that way. We'll see though. He uses Malehu effect on the Zephyros, so there'll be no search. He should have another level 4 in hand. I don't think there's any question there. So the question comes: is there another floodgate? If he doesn't have another level 4, I don't know what he was doing in searching. And I don't know what those first 2 cards in his hand have been. Yeah, he had the other level 4.
There's the Chris.
Yeah, it makes total sense. Should have been that
Ooh,
way.
Necro Valley.
Okay. Necro Valley was probably the top deck. So
And
now he doesn't even have the
this is
synchro.
actually a nice play, just getting rid of the annoyances.
Now this might be a chain. This might be a chain right here. Nope. All right.
And he doesn't proc the Destiny draw.
Nope, no Destiny draw procced. You know something's activatable back there. Oh yeah, he can go grab a water. Okay, sure.
Why water?
I don't have an answer. I don't know what he's flipped. Let me just go see what he's flipped.
Oh, all 3 Malehus are in the graveyard.
And there we go. 3 Malehus and a Lapuelo are in the grave. So he only had water to search. Wow. All right, so he should be able to flip up that middle monster. And as long as he has another tuner in hand, he should go Rakiri. He knows that water and that palace do nothing against him. He knows that one of those 2 middle and closest deck are activatable.
Sabres really needs a floodgate back there. That was too. Wow, this is very unfortunate for the
triple
Sabres.
Rakiri. Of course, it's going to be a chain. It's going to get chained. And so he can still go into all kinds of other things. Finally, the Cosmic Cyclone comes down. He can actually Cosmic Cyclone this chain. No chain in response. Invocation was the dead card. The other card was a respondable card, so it is not Floodgate. So he has no fear in being able to go into Chidori here. No fear. You can go right into Chidori.
Honestly, the best decision, like if he knows that's activatable. Oh, wow.
Wait, he can go into what?
It's got to be Star Eater,
Star Eater. It has to be. It's done. There are no other cards this could be. Star Eater is the answer. He is running Star Eater. All right. Zephyros is going to come out because it can toss back the Necro Valley. And Zephyros will be able to get out Joe. And then Joe will be able to get out Rakiri, right? Unless it's banished for some unknown reason. Joe will be able to get out Rakiri. Rakiri will get a second pop. That second pop will go onto the back row, which is Concentrating Curtain was done. Nothing anyway. Necro Valley gets played. Star Eater attacks in, and this is game.
You sounded like an auctioneer there, Egg.
Boom. Star Eater.
And for the first time in the match, X Factors take the lead.
That was so well played, Piero Reen. That was so well played. Congratulations to you.
So this is big for X Factors, and This next game is huge for Sun Clan.
Sure is. You know what we haven't seen from Pirorin?
What?
Close.
Close? Yeah, true.
He's not running Blackwing Dragon in the extra deck. He's running Star Eater instead.
That's a good point. And Yasser, the Sun Clan's final player, comes in.
Yasser claps. Yasser claps.
I mean, this is still definitely within reach for Sun Clan. And another Yami Yugi. So does that mean they had another E-Sabers? This is a fat 30 card deck.
Oh, the 30 card E-Saber? Oh, this could be fun. Okay, cool.
Anytime the element of stall becomes a factor, this could be fun.
I hope he sets a window.
Jeepers, Egg. Egg wants this game to go for this, not the match. We're talking just this game to go for an hour.
I just love Duel Links so much.
Wow.
All right, we'll see what pretty much it's just base E-Saber with a lot more back row that is harder to read, and then the Winda element, as it could as well very well be Flute of summoning Karibo with winged Karibos. It's not a terrible.
Well, you very well might have gotten your Winda. This could be Winda Pass.
Very well could be Winda Pass, and against Black Wings, that's really good. Again, like I'm saying though, you could play Wing Karibo and it would have resulted in the same thing.
Who knows? This might not be E-Saber stall. This just might be stall.
Oh, just pure stall, like Fortress Warrior or something like that?
I don't know. You never know.
That's a good point. Okay, this is a lot of materials though. Like, look at all these materials. You know he has a Gale from earlier search, a second Gale. You know he has the level 1 that was no back row, so he's gonna go level 1 here just to get it out of his hand. Search the Synchro the Rakiri. And then we know he's running Star Eater, so then he can just synchro into Star Eater, then go into Joe and get back Rakiri and get another pop.
Yeah, this could be very bad for Yasser.
Here comes
Let's see what this set card is.
It is Winda. All right, so Winda's going to summon Winda onto the field. That is a very good stall tactic. He can pop that Winda too, though. And then he can go in with Star Eater and have game with Joe Rakiri.
Yes, Star Eater gets over any...
Yep.
I mean, he needs Ebola in his hand here.
I would probably summon the Gale here. Then I would go Star Eater. And then I would bring the Zephyros back out, get Joe, and then Joe into Rakiri, pop him again, and then just run the Star Eater into him and go for game.
He's doing something a little different, though, it looks like.
Well, he could go Chidori.
He can still do this play if he goes Joe here.
Yeah, he can. It's the same concept. Yeah, exactly. He can still go Star Eater here. He gets a pop again. Or no? What? Okay. All right. I'm good.
I mean, he's still going to do a little damage here because I mean that Chidori is going to get over anything that he summons.
Yeah, Chidori will get over everything, and then he gets 1800, which does not proc Destiny Draw. Which, if it's the 30 card version, it has to be Destiny Draw. So that 2 back row is very interesting. We have not seen Close. We have seen Star Eater, which means he's not running something. And we've seen Chidori and Rakiri. Maybe he's not running Joe. Maybe that's why he couldn't do that play.
We saw Joe last game.
Oh, we saw Joe. He's running Joe. Well, then, I don't...
I mean, those have to be Cosmic Cyclones. If those were If
Yes.
those were closes, what point would he have in setting them with 2 synchros?
None. 0 point. And then the 1800, yeah. Okay.
But playing around that destiny draw, like you mentioned, Egg, and 2 of the 3 windows are out of the deck now.
Yep. His delay condition is done. So his delay condition's done. Palace comes down. Man, this is a big ass board though to beat. This is a big ass board. And if he has Cyclone, he's just gonna chain the Cyclone.
Yeah, and he has to, even if he gets Malayu, he has to focus his resources on flipping the Raikiri, and if he has to focus on flipping the Raikiri, that leaves the Chidori.
Yeah. I think this is already game. I mean, the Star Eater play would have been cool too, but I think this is already game.
Yeah, this is looking very bad for our boy Yasser here.
Yasa claps, but I don't know how he's going to come back on this one. So all he has in the grave are wind cards, if I recall correctly. And then he has Blackwing cards on the other side, so he can go into...
He can go into Kaliga.
That's it. I mean, I don't know what else he can go into. Like, he has to have something in hand. And if it's Malayu, it's still Kaliga. If it's Lapula, it's still Kaliga. So water. So it's either Kaliga or Invictus.
Oh, he's going into Kaliga.
Yeah. Correct, Kanada, but he didn't. Wait, he did use Simoon, didn't he? He did use Simoon, so he couldn't go into Star Eater and do that play. Thank you. Yeah, he couldn't go into Star Eater. What's Star Eater? Like fire or light?
It's Star Eater.
Well, yeah, I know. I meant what attribute. I can't remember. Well, he has second invoke.
Okay.
All right.
So Purgatrio is this game?
Does he have
700?
Yeah, but he's going to drop with every one that he does. So what is this? That's 15. Yeah. So and the Chidori's just going to get bigger. And Purg's the only one that can attack, of course. Okay, there is only one effect that he can have, but the Blackwings don't have a ton of effects other than Gale. So a Gale summon here onto the Chidori is game.
He really just needs to synchro summon one monster to get over the Kaliga.
Or just Gale the Purg and it's game.
Well, actually, yeah, Gale would be the best.
Yeah, Gale the Purg.
There it is.
And it's game. Yep. Just done. Over. No more plays. Oh boy, he has more plays. None of this is going to be Kaliga stopped or anything, so he can go into... he can't have an effect, so he can't go into Joe and get back to Rakiri, but he can go into another level 7. He could go into Joe anyway and get over the Kaliga.
He's just swallowing up that Chidori. Chidori's hitting those benches, boys.
Yeah, now with Joe on the field, I assume it's Joe. Oh, he went Pixie. Well, he can't use Pixie's effect anyway. That was goofy. All right. So game through the with the Gale anyway, and there you go.
And this is now all of a sudden match point for X Factors. After being down almost the entire match, grabbing the lead here at the very end, and Yasser is gonna have to go 3-0 with his last deck if Sun Clan wants to win this. I mean, they obviously do, but I mean, this first deck was the one with the good matchup, and they are out of repeats. So whatever deck this is going to have to carry. And it is an Ishizu. And Blackwings flip second again.
Hey, Sano, I gotta get some chocolate milk for the kid. I'll be back in about 3-5 minutes.
Okay. 21 cards from the Shizu. Usually that means heroes. Because, I mean, Dark Magician, obviously, you want to be as consistent as possible to open up all of your Dark Magician plays. But, I mean, Heroes is going to need to set up quite the good board here, though. This is, it is Heroes. Normally, this is a very coin flippy matchup. Either deck can win, but both decks, desperately want to go second. Oh boy, that's not good for Heroes. That means the second increase is in Yasser's hand. Either that or he misclicked. But I'm going to assume that that's an increase, the double increase hand, which that's a feels bad moment right there. This just might be over. If Black Wings has a decent hand at all, this is big trouble. I mean, does Yasser even have anything else he can do? Oh boy. If Black Wings, this just might, this is it, right? Simone, Black Wings have all their plays they can do. He's not going to be able to dodge any Raikiri effects here. Wow. Yasser's hand just must have been absolute cheeks for that to be his turn one play. I think he pulled that Vion out of his deck, just hoping to thin his deck to draw a better card, and it's kind of one of those pray moments, but prayers were not answered. And I see Yasser in chat. That Yasser, my boy. Sorry about that, Brick Man. That looked like it was. I imagine you have another Ferris and another increase in your hand, or maybe increase in what's his name, Plasma. I mean, it definitely wasn't good. So that's the end of the war, with X Factors taking the win 10-7. Pirion definitely with the hard carry there at the end. 5-1, very impressive. All with Black Wings, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he had to repeat it, but then it went on a big run. But definitely GG's to both teams. Unfortunate bricks there at the end for Yasser. Didn't really look like he had hands that were. I mean, he had Winda in the first game, but he really didn't have anything to back it up. And then that hero hand. That I play heroes too, Yasser, so I know I'm very familiar with the hand you likely had there.
Hey, Sano, sorry about that. I'm back.
Yasser drew double increase in his starting hand and went first.
Oh, so he lost.
It's already over.
Oh, wow. Okay. So
like he didn't show like we didn't get to confirm the increase, but when you use Ferris and ditch Increase and then take a Bion out of your deck.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, so that'll be it. So 10-7 then. X Factors winds up winning? Is that correct?
Yeah, Purion with that hard 5-1 carry in the end.
Yeah, 5-1 carry on a Blackwing deck without Close.
And Star Eater.
Yeah, with Star Eater and without Close, right? Yeah, interesting. Nice 5-1 carry, Purion. Well played. SunClan will drop to 1-3. They'll also go down to a -8 RD, both of which are not good. Heading into the season, SunClan's going to have to go probably win 5 of their next 6 games to be playoff ready, or playoff position. X Factors will go 2-2, pick up their RD to -4. Yeah, -4. So they'll go 2-2, -4 RD, and X Factors are positioning themselves for a second place division run. So, yeah.
I suppose before we end the stream, we can take a peek at the other. Armides Army is up 8-7 against Destiny Draw.
Over Destiny Draw?
That will probably be the game I will be watching directly after this.
Yeah, I'll meet you in our Discord VC. We can watch it together.
Divine is tied. They were down 6-3, but they are now tied with Rookie 7-7.
This season, Divine.
And Neo is up 4-3 on Duel Links Taiwan. Another match that we're gonna have to peep at.
Yeah.
Since we play Duel Links Taiwan next week.
Yeah, I got to turn that one on. In fact, I got that one running in the background somewhere.
And then the other match, Moo is at the preparing for next match thing. Darn it, Moo, if you can hear me, let me see the score. But anyways, it doesn't look like we have any interview requests. I don't know if you want to do any, Hazy, or if you just plan on hosting somebody.
Yeah, totally up to Hazy. I'm fine with interviewing someone, or if we want to just host or whatever. Hazy, your call, buddy.
Oh, he's gonna raid for sure. Probably one of these other matches. Lots of close ones to choose from, Hezi. Ooh, Diffusion up 6-3 on Claw Clan. The other 3 matches are all really close. 7-7. Ooh, 8-8. Destiny Draw just tied it up.
Man, I just saw something interesting too. Neo versus Duel Links Taiwan. Neo had a Professor Vista of Duel Links Taiwan. I'm sorry, had Dark Magician with Kaiku and Dark Magician on the field. Kaiku attacks and nothing, literally nothing in the grave or nothing on the field for the Shira except one back row. Kaiku attacks first, activates effect. Divine Wrath comes out, tosses in the level 2, and so it's 2200 life, right? 1 card in hand, nothing on the field. The Dark Magician gets Ebola'd, and now the Shiranui player for Neo has a level 10 and a level 6 going into a defense position Dark Magician.
I see this.
So now it's going to be clashed off, which is humongous because that's probably going to be it won't be lethal, and it'll probably make it game next turn, I assume, with expanded or something like that, right? 30